Hey everybody, Glenn here with another episode of Deviation Sports Cards. Today we're going to be ripping a box of 1988 Topps Tiffany baseball. You can see here, if it'll zoom on me here, which it ain't going to, we got a sealed set. This is very early in the run, so the run for this slot I believe was 25,000, so this is 2,776 out of that lot. So pretty early on in the run. So I'm hoping that means we'll have nice sharp corners, nice clean edges, yada yada blah blah. So we're just going to get right into this sucker and see what we can come up with. I'm going to go ahead and break the seal. Dig in. Now there were no like huge rookies this year, but there's lots of good cards that we can get out of here. These bright orange backs. So you can see again on these Tiffany's, you got a real shiny. Go ahead and get the focus in here a little bit better. There. Oh, not too far. There we go. So you can see it's got a kind of a glossy finish on it. And then also the backs of these are really bright because it's on a different kind of cardstock. So there's one of the ones we're looking for right off the bat. A nice looking Ricky Henderson. So the good thing is these things look like they're pretty centered right off the rip. So that's a good sign. We got a Will Clark. So lots of your common names we're going to be pulling out of here for sure. There's a nice Mike Schmidt. That one's definitely off center left to right. We'll go ahead and set him aside though. So we'll be pulling out most of those common names. Jamie Moyer, there's Paul Molitor, Dale Murphy, a little bit of a mark up there, way off center. They got some pretty cool inserts in this set as well. Some really cool looking all-stars. There's a Gary Carter. Also some like record breaker cards. I do think there's a few like error cards in here as well. I don't know if that would have actually made it into the Topps Tiffany set, but we shall see, I guess. Let's see, Ron Kittle. There's Dave Cone, Matt Williams. It looks a little off top to bottom, but we'll go ahead and set him aside. Barry Lyons. So again, these cards just remind me so much of my childhood. I love taking a look at them, and you know, now that I'm at, oh geez, almost dropped all those. Now that I'm at an age where I can afford, you know, to get like the, I guess the higher end version of them, so that there is, you know, a little bit of, I don't know, exclusivity to it. I mean, there was so many cards printed back in the junk wax era. You know, 25,000 sets seems like a lot of sets, but in reality, compared to everything else that came out of this time frame, it's not that big of a number. These cards actually are in really great condition. Just hoping I can find some that are well centered. Maybe send off to PSA. Hoping I can find some old Indians cards that I might put in my old PC. So we'll see here. A lot of these are off top to bottom right now, but there's a Bash Brothers. That's pretty cool. Looks pretty off center though. Oh, here's those all-star cards I was talking about. So there's Wade Boggs. That's definitely one of the ones looking for out of here. Take a look at that one. Dave Winfield. Let's see. Anybody that watched my video of the 87 set, you know, you're going to see a lot of the same names coming out of here. This wasn't a huge year for rookies. I think the only main rookie that we're looking for out of here is Tom Glavine. So he's the one major rookie I'd say coming out of here. George Bell, John Farrell, Juan Samuel. There's Mattingly's All-Star card. It's pretty nice. Tony Gwynn's All-Star card. Also looks pretty nice. I think the centering might be off on those a little bit top to bottom. Ozzie Smith All-Star. Yeah, there we go. There's Tom Glavine right there. Unfortunately, I can tell you that is way off top to bottom, so that ain't getting us anywhere. Roger Clemens. So unfortunately, our Glavine rookie is way too off-center to even be considered. But that's what's going to happen. I mean, these cards were hard to find. Centering was one of the big things that plagued the 80s, not to mention just so many cards produced. But I'm sure we'll find some in here that are good names that are worth it. Billy Ripken. There's a Roger Clemens. That one's much better centered than his All-Star. I think it's off a little bit left to right though, but we'll see how bad. There's Joe Carter. I'm going to pull him aside again. That one was looking really nice as well. I remember that card as a kid. Brooke Jacoby. Remember that card really well as well. It's funny. Try to keep the light from refracting off these. There's George Brett. That one's got a rough freaking edge on it, which is sad because that thing is centered pretty nicely. But I'll set over there and take a look at it anyways. Rigetti. Let's see. There's Bert Blyleven. He looks really intense. Let's see who else we got here. Buddy Bell, Eckersley. Ruben Sierra. Okay, about quarter of the way through the box. These sets were just huge back in the day. There we go. There's a Benny Santiago record breaker. Just the look of those cards is awesome. I think it's just so nostalgic. Yankees leaders. Tim Raines All-Star. This is Al Leiter, so this is actually an error card. That is not Al Leiter in that picture. There was one release later on that actually had the real Al Leiter Please Stood Up. So I'm actually kind of surprised the error card's in the Tiffany set. So that's pretty cool. Felix Fermin. I remember that name. Kevin Elster. Rick Honeycutt. There's a record breaker, Vince Coleman. There's one of the other ones. This is Mark McGwire. Now there actually is a air version of this one as well. There's like a little white triangle down here by his foot. This is obviously not that one, but still a beautiful card. And these last couple here have been really nicely centered. So definitely think we got some PSA. Well, I don't send the PSA. We'll say some CSG 10 potential. I'm sure I'll get a lot of grief for that, but whatever. Oh, there we go. Indians, league leaders. I think that's Corey Snyder and Joe Carter, maybe? That's pretty cool. I'm going to take an extra look at that one. Nope, there's our other record breaker that we're looking for, Nolan Ryan. Now that one does not look as well centered. And then here's our Eddie Murray, which looks pretty damn good. There's actually another version of this card as well that has like a box here commemorating him hitting, I think, home runs from different sides of the plates, back-to-back games or something like that. We'll take a look at the Nolan Ryan one just to see. So that's pretty cool as well. It's another record breaker. Who was that? Phil Necro and Joe Necro. Oh, must be like a family thing. It's pretty neat. Another record breaker, Don Mattingly. It's also nicely centered. It's Dwight Gooden All-Star. Not nicely centered. Let's see here. BJ Surhoff. We haven't seen any of the big. I'm seeing a lot of the big inserts so far. But we haven't seen a lot of the big names just in the regular base cards. So still got a lot of people we can pull out of here. There's Fernando, Palmeiro. Like I said, I haven't seen. There's Wade Boggs. Unfortunately, that one's pretty off center. Lenny Dykstra. Yout. Gossage. Alan Trammell. There's Barry Bonds. That one actually looks really, really nice. So set that one aside to take a look at as well. Kirby Puckett also looks really, really nice. Cal Ripken. It's a little off left to right, but we'll take a look at it. Got some nice centered up. Good cards there. There's Ozzie Guillen. And also very nicely centered. We're into a real stretch there. Really good players and really good conditions. So that's nice. Okay, we're about halfway now. Still got a lot to go. There's a nice centered up Wally Joyner. Take a look at that. Ozzie Smith, also nicely centered. It's Parrish. Haven't seen any of that. There's a Harold Baines. Pretty nice looking. Tony Gwynn. Take a look at that. Willie Randolph. Kirk Gibson. Willie Upshaw. Gaetti. Haven't seen. There's Hershiser. Before he became an Indian. That one's also in really. These are in really great shape. These middle of the pack things are really good centering. Ryan Sandberg, nice looking card in the pinstripes. Still haven't seen like Bo, Clemens, any of those guys yet. McGuire. So lots of potential still here. If this centering can hold up, we could end up with a gold mine out of this box. Well, not a gold mine, but I mean, anything from the junk wax era isn't a gold mine, but there's a Rick Manning. Set that aside from my old man. Let's see. Mookie. Jimmy Jones, Orozco. Doug Jones, I remember him. Yeah, nothing else in there. Yeah, the nice thing about these, if you look at the edges and the backs on these things, just so clean. And this orange, you know, is so prone to chipping in the regular set. So you don't really get that with these Tiffany's, for sure. Tommy Russa. Come on, we haven't seen a big name here in a minute. Kind of hit a dry spell. Lance Parrish. Every time I see an A symbol, I think we're getting close to one, and then a no shows on me. Yep. Mel Hall, that Jerry Curl. It's funny. Ken Griffey, Sr. Brett Butler. There's Dave Concepcion. Dave Winfield. Big name for the Yanks back in the day. Cecil Fielder, Blue Jays. There's Canseco. Actually, it looks a little off left to right, but we'll take a look at it. Not bad. There's Eric Davis. That one's definitely off left to right. So unfortunately, that one's not going to be something we can get graded. There's Doc Gooden. Looking super centered. Nice. Mark McGuire with the cup. Also looking really, really good. Maybe a little bit off there, but nothing major at all. Okay, so there's their big Bash brothers. Tim Raines, Fred McGriff, year 2. Looking pretty good. Yeah, I think we got a great... Oh, there's Bo Jackson. Oh, Bo Jackson again. He's killed us in both Tiffany sets. Off center. Eddie Murray. Good old Eddie Murray. Well, looks like it's in pretty good shape as well. Tom Candiotti. There's Barry Larkin. Second year card. Way off left to right though. There's Ken Caminiti. I think that's his rookie card. Looks like it's really nicely centered as well. Corey Snyder. I gotta set him aside. That was my boy back in the day. Julio Franco. Unfortunately, that one's way off center. I'd consider it. I would consider it. Greg Swindell. I think that's his second year card, maybe? Third year card. There's Darryl Strawberry. Looks a little off top to bottom, but we'll give it a shot. Don Mattingly. Also looks pretty nice. I'll tell you what, this one, as far as like card quality and centering, is far better than the 87 sets that I've opened. So I'm happy about that. Because those 87s, man, they're tough. Tough, tough, tough. Now, once I get these things and actually measure them, who knows what I'll end up with. Cal Ripken Sr. But definitely, you know, just visually looking a lot better than the 77 sets I've opened. And again, maybe it's because it's, I don't know, so early in the print run. I don't know. There's a nice Doug Brubeck. Benito Santiago. Pat Tabler. But this whole set, with the exception of the very beginning, and a couple key cards, has been pretty spot on. I'm very happy with that. There's Jim Rice. Take a look at that one as well. There we go. Greg Maddux, year 2. Whew, a little bit left to right off center. We'll take a look at it. Moose Haas. Haven't seen Dickie-thon yet. I always get a chuckle. The immature side of me comes out every time I see a Dickie-thon. Bobby Valentine. Where's everybody at? Hit a dry spell, hit a dry spell. Oh, there's Dickie Knowles. I thought I missed him there for a second. That guy looks... he looks like a confused Doogie Howser. Whatever the hell that guy's name is. Neil Patrick Harris. It's a Benito Santiago All-Star. John Crook. Oh, there we go. Nolan Ryan. Oh, looking pretty nice. Looking pretty nice. Oh, getting excited about how nice these cards are. Lots of great, great condition cards here. And then another dry spell. No big names. There's a Bobby B, second year. Kent Herbeck. Sid Bream. Sheets. Rafael Ramirez. Blackman. Keith Hernandez. That stash of his. All right, last stat, guys. Oh, they put that on the end. Bonilla and Bonds. That's crazy. Plays for the most amount of damage. Randy Bush. Oh, I think I should turn back the clock. Nolan Ryan, too, I haven't seen come out of here yet. Andre Dawson. Tommy John. Speak of the devil. There he is. Also looks pretty nicely centered. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, let's see if we last run there. There's Tommy Lasorda. Oop, put that in the wrong damn stack. Oh well, I'll figure it out later. There's Tommy Lasorda. Nice looking card. Well, do we have any names that we haven't seen yet? Maybe not. Maybe we've got them all already. Alan Trammell All-Star. Coming down to the wire. Oh, there's a Kirby Puckett All-Star, but way off center. Left to right. And that is it. So there you go, guys. That was fun. I mean, this This box here was much better than the 87 that I opened as far as card condition is concerned. So I'm super psyched about that. I'm super psyched to get into these bad boys and see how many of these are actually in gradable condition, because I'm going to say I think quite a few of them are. So if that's the case, I'll be sending some of these off to get graded, and then I'm certain to have a reveal video in the future. I think I've got enough junk wax at this point that I could probably send in a bulk order just on junk wax, which I think would make for a pretty cool reveal video. So we might just do that. So again, guys, thanks for watching. If you do enjoy the content, please make sure you give me a subscribe, a like, check us out on Facebook, you know, all those things that everybody asks you to do. And I will see you guys soon with another video. Thanks a lot for watching. Talk to you later.